welcome back to the channel. It's time for a JrXT project update. So if you've been following along the whole JrX2 restoration project, you realize that along with that, I also decided I had enough parts to build a JrXT shelf queen. So I've got my JrXT runner, which is we'll get back to that. So I decided to build the JrXT shelf queen along with 3, maybe 4 JrX2s. 3 of them sitting up there on the shelf. Don't they look pretty? Right? So the JrXT is going to join them up there soon too, as soon as the body gets back from the painter. I said body, not bodies, because unfortunately, at the time of the order on eBay, I had purchased 2 from Subulatech at the same time. When the package arrived, there was only 1 in the body. Sent a quick email through eBay, and it was immediate response. And I'll make this right. And if you incurred any costs, additional shipping or anything at the border, any tariffs or import fees, whatever, you let me know and I'll take care of it. And the next one arrived. He must have ponied up for shipping because I got the replacement, not replacement body, but I got the second body that was missing from the order in half the time it took to get the first one. So shout out to Subulatech for getting that right and getting it right quickly. This one's actually going to go off to a different painter. I'm going to try another guy. There's a new guy in our race club who is doing some good work. And so I'm going to have one guy paint one JrXT body and the other guy paint the other JrXT body. And the best will go on the shelf queen. And then second best, they're both going to be awesome. Because I've seen both of them. Well, one guy's been my painter for years. And then I've seen the other guy's work lately every time. Every time without fail. As soon as the camera turns on, he hears my voice. He knows his public awaits and he has to make an appearance. Hello, Crush. Say hi to Crush, everybody. So both painters are excellent. I've never used the second guy before, but I'm looking forward to getting that body back, comparing the two. And whichever one is the best will go on the shelf queen, and the second best, they're probably going to be equally good, will go on the runner. Speaking of runner, let's get this beautiful shelf queen off the table and talk about the purpose of today's update, and that is upcoming changes to the runner. These tires are what was on the runner all along, but the wheels were orange, like what came in the JrXT kit. And I wanted those orange wheels on my shelf queen. Yes, you heard all the drama I went through with the orange wheels on the JrX2. Luckily, I didn't have to relive that drama with the JrXT. So, shout out to Doug. You've heard that name lots of times on the channel. These wheels came in a box of vintage wheels I got from Doug. The same box that contains the orange wheels I destroyed. But I'm clearly over it. So, these rear tires are going to go on those rear wheels. And I'm looking for... Actually, I found them. I just got to place the order. There's some vintage JrX2 ribbed front stadium truck tires on eBay that are Team Losi JrXT tires. So I'll order those up to put on the front of that. So those will be, it'll be a runner, but it'll actually be run with vintage tires. I really should see if modern stadium truck tires fit. I really should. And keep those vintage tires. Let's see. Why are we here? Oh. So here's today's update. We're going to install the RPM 5-link truck suspension parts on the runner and RPM front truck arms on this runner. Also have longer Robinson Racing Arm universals. I don't know if these are for like an LXT, but if they fit this truck with the longer 5-link suspension, we're going to put them on this truck. And then we have one of those knockoff Futaba receivers to put in here. We'll bind it to my radio, go from there. What this means is, if I'm going 5-link, this rear shock tower has to come off, a JrXT shock tower has to come on. I will take off the rear large bore 12mm team associated stadium truck shocks and go with some vintage Losi shocks for the back. And I actually have newer version spring cups for the bottom that go on 5-link suspension. They're the gray plastic, not the black. So hopefully they will be tough enough to last on a runner. So let's get all this done and then we'll check back. Well, all right. So the JrXT is now definitely a work in progress because there are obviously no front tires. And that's the biggest thing to stop it from being a runner. We got a lot of cool stuff to it, so we're going to talk about it. Here's the runner next to it, and there's the shelf queen next to it. The shelf queen just needs a servo saver, and the linkage hooked up, and then this will be a complete shelf queen with electronics. Still waiting for the body to be painted, but very, very happy with how this runner came, or this shelf queen came out. The parts are in excellent to unused condition. So real happy with that one. It's going to look awesome on the shelf. Not crazy with the gear cover. I just noticed that the gear cover, I did a pretty bad job of making that thing fit, but I would never run it. It's got a bit of a gap in it, but on the shelf, I'll live with it. I'll replace it at some point because that's going to trigger me. Anyway, enough about the shelf queen. Let's talk about the work that was done to the runner. So if you've been following along, you know that I took the original orange wheels off and put them on a shelf queen because they were in excellent condition, and they had the original Team Losi ribbed front tires, so those belong on the shelf. So unfortunately, this doesn't have tires on the front, but it still has those cool diamond tread tire, diamond pattern tires on the back. I thought they were JrXT. They could be JrXT, but they're not branded with any manufacturer on them. So let's go through it from front to back. So the truck, flip it over here, and hopefully the camera's catching this. Installed RPM arms. Now, originally I thought these were going to go on one of my JrX2s, but they're significantly wider. They're intended for the truck. As a matter of fact, they say truck on the rear arms. And so they've made the stance of the truck quite a bit wider, which makes sense if you think about it. When the JrXT came out, it was simply a JrX2 with a longer chassis, taller front shocks, and truck tires. That's it. So that was the thing back in the day. People were converting their two-wheel drive buggies to monster trucks simply by putting on a truck body and truck wheels. Then the JrXT came out, the JrXT came out as a kit you could buy to build a quote-unquote racing truck, what we would call a stadium truck today. When the RC10T came out, they had done some pretty significant mods to make sure you could tell it wasn't a buggy. Had the same gearbox, the main tub was the same, but the chassis was in fact longer. And it had truck-specific longer arms, taller shocks, taller shock towers, etc. So RPM produced a set of arms front and back for the JrXT to widen it and make it handle more like a truck and less like a car. So we got the JrXT RPM front arms. There is one of those front bulkhead braces that I talked about that you can get off eBay, so the pins are longer, because this one happens to be aluminum. There's an aluminum brace going across. So after the arms and the front chassis brace, or front bulkhead brace, I've always had, since I put this together as a truck, maybe even actually when it was a JrX Pro Runner, I had installed 12mm Team Associated big bore shocks. The shock towers were aftermarket, maybe a little bit thicker. They look more like carbon fiber weave than graphite. Shock towers. What I've had to do to accommodate the longer arms, there's no way that the Team Losi JrXT turnbuckles and steering links were going to fit. So these are actually the newer, larger turnbuckles and ball cups from, well, the steering ones are from a T6.4 or an SC6.4, a Team Associated Stadium truck or short course truck. And the top ones are actually from a B6. I needed ones a little bit shorter. So these ball cups and these links are a little bit smaller in diameter than these ones. These ones, the steering ones, are really overkill, but and even the links that I use, the ball cups that I used on the steering block are actually B7 angled steering ones. Who knows what that's going to do to the handling. It's just more or less to mock it up. I'll probably order a proper set of the Team Associated ball cups so I can get rid of that weird angle. And I might even replace these big ones from the T6 with just regular size ones from a B6. They're more than enough for this. That hasn't changed. Futaba servo, factory steering. The ball studs are also the larger ball studs from the Team Associated kits. So I've got Team Associated turnbuckles, ball cups, and ball studs up front with the Team Associated shocks. So as a factory battery connector, gonna have to run a nickel metal hydride pack in this. One of the knockoff Futaba receivers hasn't even, just straight out of the package, haven't even bound it to a radio yet. This is the same Banggood AliExpress special 60 amp brushless speed control and brushless motor. So again, it's a brushless speed control, but you can plug a LiPo or a nickel metal hydride into it. It doesn't have to be a LiPo. Sometimes there's a little pin that you move for a nickel metal hydride, or then you move it over to LiPo. I was trying to explain that in one of my other videos and I kept calling it a brushless. I was saying the word brushless when I was trying to say LiPo. So this doesn't have that little jumper where if you're running a LiPo, you put the connector on one set of pins. If you're running a nickel metal hydride, you put it on another set of pins, and that has to do with a low voltage cutoff so that you don't run your LiPos too low and light them on fire. All right, so if we move towards the back, what did we do? We took off the JrXT Pro tower, the Team Associated big bore shocks, and the JrXT Pro H-arms, and went with the traditional, correct for this truck, 5-link suspension. And I did that so I could run these longer links. These are the RPM links for the JrXT2, and they make the truck significantly wider. So perhaps I will look at getting the 3D printed 5-link suspension spring cup that goes on the lower link that is intended to work with a big bore 12mm shock. I'm not that concerned for the amount that I run this truck. If I was racing vintage class and modern shocks were allowed, oh yeah, I would make that happen, but whatever. As a matter of fact, I might even go back to the factory shocks up front. It depends. If I can find something a little bit newer than what I have now. Also, I'm on the lookout for a set of JrXT Pro shocks, the black anodized ones, in good condition, because I think I'm going to turn my JrXT Pro back into a shelf queen. It's in my collection, but it's in my collection as a runner, and I want to have on the shelf JrXT2, JrXT, JrXT Pro SE, bing, bing, bing. I want those 4 in order. All right, so that's why we went back to the 5-link and the original shocks so that we could use the RPM wider suspension links. Continuing on in the back, again, got that brushless to go with that ESC. On this side, thank you, Doug. Doug sent a pile of spur gears, Robinson Racing spur gears, so what the heck, I threw one on here too. Well, why not? When I had it apart, I got a feeling that the diff maybe needed to be looked at, so I'll probably have to do that before I get it out again. But for now, it's done. There'll be some changes to the links up front. I've got a set of tires, original tires, in my watch list on eBay. So that'll be cool. But I also need to find out if modern stadium truck tires fit. And I have some clay tires downstairs that I soaked in acetone to remove from the rims because I want to reuse the rims and I don't race on clay. So I will try those tires and see if they fit on the front. And might even try running it with them on. Who knows? Definitely not on the back. There wouldn't be any traction. But so that's it for now. That's the update on this truck for now. Next time you see this truck, it will be because I have put front tires on it and have settled on what I'm doing with the links up front. And what else? Yeah, I think that's it. So once again, Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. And let me know if you have a JrXT, had a JrXT, or if you've got some JrX Pro parts. Let me know that too. Until next time, thanks for watching, and bye for now.